Good Thursday morning. Happy Halloween, WCB Nation, like everybody says in the hunting world. How bold of you to think there's a whole nation that watch or listen to your show. Welcome to the WCB podcast. No idea what episode number it is. This one was a full-blown BS session full of bad language, shit-talking, and drinking, and deer hunting. So if you don't like that, shut it off right now and listen to something else. But if you do like that, welcome. Hope you enjoy it. So we did this as a Patreon live episode. So actually, like, Patreon watched this happen a couple weeks ago, and now you're getting to hear it. I thought it was a fun episode, just kind of cutting it up and just doing our thing. It's Halloween, and it's supposed to be pretty good hunting. So I feel for all the dads out there if you're trick-or-treating, but also you only got X amount of years that your kids actually trick or treat. So we can deal with it. It's all good. But this weekend, in the coming weeks, spotty weather, but it's go time. It's November. It's time to be in the woods. It's time to get focused. It's time to get the fuck after it. So good luck to all you guys. Be safe and just think about what you're doing. Think about who you need to get home to. That being said, we are probably going to double up one of the weeks here on some episodes, get caught up. We got some kill episodes coming. Eric killed in Kansas, Jordan killed in Iowa, Todd killed in Illinois, and hopefully more kills are happening soon. Rachel and Andy are back in studio, and Devin's in Friday. Middle of the Map crew is back, so we got some Middle of the Map crew episodes coming. Everyone's been asking where Devin is. That's where he's at. So there's where we've been. That's what we're doing. We're chasing after it, and we're dialing in. Merch, workingclassbowhunter.com, new merch, new hats, all sorts of stuff like that and more on the way. New hang and bang versions are on order and coming soon. We're going to try and get all that in before Black Friday, of course. Blah, blah, blah. The podcast is brought to you by Elite Archery. Big time. Code WCB 2024. Huntworth gear. Some of the best patterns in the hunting game now. The Vertec, the Tarnin. Code WCB15, huntworthgear.com. Old Barn Taxidermy, keep them in mind for your successful hunts. Trophy line, code WCB for your mobile hunting needs on the saddle side of things. Grizzly Coolers, code WCB. Drinkware, all the stuff. Hunting blinds, coolers, of course, all the good shit. The backpack cooler rules. Blackgate Trail cameras, code WCB10. We're having the Blackgate WCB Bash January 25th in, I think, Winchester, Ohio. Well, more to come on that. We're getting the details rolled out. Actually, Ryan texted me this morning about it. But check out the R4G and the Gen 2s out now at Blackgate. Novix tree stands. First of all, Novix, I am updating. They sell a lot of replacement parts for stands, right? If you have some of the old Lone Wolf portable stuff, a lot of that stuff can carry over and work. Like the Novix replacements parts can work on them old stands. I'm actually going to revamp one with new cables and hardware and seat cushion and all that stuff on an old Lone Wolf that my dad bought me back in the day in like 2003. So I'm going to get that updated and get it rocking. So check out Novix, code WCB. Mountain Ops, code WCB, saves you 20%, donates 5 meals to Conquer Hunger. Deercast, we've been on Deercast daily, looking at the forecast, predictive weather tools, all that. Loophole Optics, Illuma trailers. Victory Archery, some of the best arrows in the game. Dialed Archery, not only the best looking site, but I believe the best archery site now on the market. The Proof is the new model that's out. Rogue Ridge e-bikes and Rack Hub. That is the partners of the WCB podcast right now, and we're very thankful for them. And I wanted to get through this because you need to get onto this bullshit session, and a lot of good content in the works here. And I'm just going to let you enjoy this episode. Listen with caution. You can't say we didn't warn you. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Chase Rolfson with Rubline Marketing.
This is Jeff Lindsay.
This is Michael Pitt.
Hey everybody, it's John Dudley from Knock on TV.
Hey guys, this is Jared Scheffler from Whitetail Adrenaline.
Hi, I'm Taylor Drury from Drury Outdoors.
Hey, this is Nick Munt from Bone Collector.
Hey, this is Melissa Buckman.
Working Class Bow Hunter.
Working Class Bow Hunter.
Working Class Bow Hunter podcast.
Working Class Bow Hunter podcast.
Working class bow hunter.
Working class bow hunter.
Working class bow hunter.
You're listening to the Working Class Bow Hunter. That's right. This is a podcast for Billy Joe Lunchbucket, the working man, just like me and you. My name's Travis T-Bone Turner from the Bone Collector. Thank you for tuning in.
Nobody pushes the envelope like working class bow hunter.
It's really, really not that good.
Those people on that pod, those hosts are a little unhinged.
Working class. Working class.
Working class bow hunter.
We're getting into it.
You can't tell that story.
Hold on.
telling
WCB
the story.
podcast. We're doing an actual episode.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome, everybody. You're wondering why we're so casual. It's because we're doing a live BS session also at the same time for our Patreon family. Shout out to everybody on Patreon. And if you're not a member of Patreon and want to be, you can find that in the episode description. So it's coming into the first major cold front at the time of recording here in October, Sunday afternoon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if the weather holds true to what everybody's calling Deercast.
Fingers crossed. Can we do a timeout real quick about the Patreon?
Yes.
We found out today that we could sell Patreon exclusive merch just on Patreon. So
Yeah,
look forward to that there, people.
little idea there we had.
Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
So no, that's it. That's cool. That's cool. So appreciate everybody on Patreon. Few things to talk about in this episode. We're gonna talk about some drama. We're gonna talk about some controversy. We're gonna talk about whatever anyone on Patreon wants us to talk about. We're gonna talk about some random theories we were throwing around at the dinner table, which is always fun.
Ooh, good theories too.
Some social media theories that have been thrown around in the deer hunting community that I think are really interesting. I think noteworthy. Just
Some Doug theories.
yeah, Doug theories.
Well, yeah.
Doug, what have you been up to, brother?
Where you been?
What's Doug
Taking
Cast
care of
saying?
a crippled person.
Yeah, how do you bang a chick so hard she has to have back surgery?
I don't know. But
But
I've
I
been doing it apparently.
Just like a one-time thing or like overtime type thing?
It's overtime.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Not
man.
from me, from just her back.
Oh,
It's
not
all
from
fucked
you.
up. Yeah.
Who's it from?
It's an old injury from her and just
Her
it
ex?
finally No. But yeah, I've been taking care of her, but hunting season's here now, so
Time to abandon.
she'll be
her.
fine.
Okay. Good job.
Okay.
I did my duties and now it's time to hunt.
For a day.
I saw the Doug appreciation post. I
Yeah.
thought it was real cute.
Thank you. I'm a cute guy.
Well,
I did not see that. but-
Don't say it like that. Okay, we're gonna get into some Patreon stuff. First of all, let's see what everybody's up to. Everyone's shitting on Jordan.
Eric has Junior Whopper hands.
That's funny. Okay.
Eric, let's see those things.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
We're going into the Patreon questions. Where do we want to start? We'll start at the bottom. Let's make those last, huh?
Your face.
What the fuck has White Devin been doing, dude? White Devin?
I don't know if we know a black
Whitetail.
one.
Whitetail Devin.
Whitetail Devin.
It just said white, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it said white.
White Devin has been hunting mule deer in Utah, but Devin will be here in a couple weeks. White Devin will be here hunting whitetails. He says, anyway. He's supposed to come in November 1st, and we're going to chase whitetails around.
He's kind of, if he shows up, he shows up.
Yeah, true.
You know what's funny about Devin? You talk to a guy who is so versed in mule deer that like when he hunts, I can tell he has it ingrained in his brain that he think there's not enough space on the areas he hunts for whitetails.
Yep.
And I call him like, dude, you need to chill out because whitetails don't need thousands of acres to
He's trying to
roam.
put them to bed and sneaking in on them. You know.
Yeah, he's trying to glass
Good luck.
them up. Yeah, it's not that way, Devin. It's tight knit for the most part. Like they need acres, not thousands of acres. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny seeing that transition, but I like it because it kind of like he's an experienced hunter. He knows how to kill deer. So I'm not like telling him. He's not just some guy's never hunted.
Right.
It's just different species, and it's funny watching him from big open country to like condensed.
To sitting in a tree stand all day long.
Yeah, but it could be on 40 acres.
Right. But you gotta think he's out moving around
Yeah.
all day long on a mountain.
I tried to get him.
Like, hey, sit in this seat for 12 hours
Well,
a day.
it's so different when you're just like being super mobile and like trying to locate a deer and then like making a move on that deer versus I'm going to take this one spot
And hope he walks by.
and I'm probably not going to see a deer 90% of the time I'm sitting here, but there's a really good chance when one shows up, it's going to be that one I want or whatever,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah.
It's just a completely different approach.
It's a 180.
It's
right.
It has to be unmotivating for him, so I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But like when I killed that big 8, I don't know, a few years ago on my farm, I tried to get Devin to go there. I was like, go sit there. That deer's in there, I'm pretty sure. And he's like, he sat there one time, and I could tell he's like, it just doesn't seem big enough, like a big enough area. I'm like, and I killed the deer 2 days later.
Well, I mean, they don't know fence lines, right? If that's their area, that's where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, Devin, bro,
Trust
Just
me.
listen.
Trust me.
help you, you know? So it's funny.
That'd be like going out to Utah and like he takes you to a spot and you're like,
I just want to sit right
I
here.
don't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit right
this,
here.
This spot doesn't look good, but he tells you to go there.
You got any
Like,
trees
it's
around
too-
here?
It's too big.
It's just too big.
It's too much.
Charlie on Patreon asked, thoughts on the hunting public guys and their videos. Would you ever have them on the pod? Yeah, we'd have them on for sure.
Yeah.
I think their videos are great. Those guys have really carved out a whole like their own niche, and they're the biggest in the game, arguably.
I think they make really relatable videos for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree. We'd have them on.
Yeah.
I've talked to. Oh fuck, I can't remember. I talked to one of them. I had a mutual friend with one of them, and we texted back and forth, and it was like, yeah, let's do the pod. Cool, yeah, we'll do it. And then that's really all that it went. And then we just
Wasn't one of their videos where they went to Walmart and bought a bow or something, and they interviewed this guy in Walmart, and he's got a WCB hat on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got sent that. That was cool. That's funny, actually.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we'd have them on. We just
Yeah.
haven't. Everyone thinks because we haven't had them on
that we hate them.
that it's like we have this thing, but we just haven't it just hasn't worked. I don't know. Maybe they just wouldn't want a podcast with us. That's a
I
possibility.
think they would.
There's
I'd imagine.
Nah. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm sure they would do it.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, we'd do it. Somebody wants to know how many people listen to Steve's Thoughts episodes. It's just you guys on Patreon. And so if you don't listen, -1. So if you're listening to this and you don't listen, -1 from everybody else that doesn't listen on Patreon. We throw it there if you want it. Listen to this. If you subscribe on Patreon, Steve does his episodes, Thoughts from a Steve, spelled THOTS, aka that hoe over there. Steve wouldn't listen to his own series, let alone you. But if you're feeling down and you think that you're not in a good spot in life, tune in to the Thoughts series.
If you want
This
to
is how the-
feel better about yourself, just listen to that and be like, oh, I don't have it that bad.
This is how out of the loop I am with that series. Is he still doing it?
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you want to feel better about yourself, go do one with him and see where he does.
Yeah,
it.
that's a good
On
point.
his couch?
He has carpet in his bathroom.
I make him come
Yeah.
to my house.
He has
when I do
carpet in
it.
his bathroom.
And it's always wet because his toilet leaks.
Gross.
That's sad.
Ew.
All right. If you want to know what it's like to run Walmart in audio form through your ears, listen to the Thoughts series on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not a selling point for it. I don't know what is. All right. Let's hear.
It's Jordan.
Have to enjoy the shit.
Yes.
Those guys are cooler than you guys. Bunch of dudes with tiny hands. Thanks. I think that's Scotty in there. All right, Ethan. Since you said anything, because I said ask us anything, marry, fuck, kill. That's a dangerous game. And I don't understand this. Do you know this, Doug? A Cape Buffalo, the girl from the movie Teeth, and then Doug.
You have to choose which one.
Have you seen the movie Teeth?
I don't know.
I've
I
never
don't
seen
know
it.
the girl
Pull
from the
the
movie
girl
Teeth.
Let me look it up.
No idea.
Pull her up. Type in movie Teeth.
Do I want to see this?
2007?
That girl?
Dang, yeah. All right, I got my answer.
We're gonna go
It's a
with that.
horror comedy. We got to watch
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna go with that girl.
Are you sure it's that girl? That's too easy of a pick, I feel like.
Yeah, I pick her.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah, what
though.
the
She's
hell?
Probably young.
That's fine.
Okay.
Jordan, let's
She
record it.
can't be younger than me.
That's on air.
That's on there. Got you, bitch.
It wasn't bad.
Arrest this man.
Arrest
I
this.
want to be on a Skeeter Jean video.
All right, since you said marry, fuck, kill, well, then I would kill
You were gonna say Doug. You were gonna say
You
Doug.
were gonna say that.
Dude, you said D.
What the
A
hell?
D came out of your mouth.
I'd kill Doug. I would marry the Kate Buffalo, and I'd fuck the girl from the
I was
movie.
gonna say we're gonna go with that from there.
What would you do?
I'd kill the Cape Buffalo.
It's gonna get weird here.
Who you fucking?
I'd marry myself, I guess, and then bang that girl, I guess.
Can you marry yourself?
So hesitant. Okay,
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
Jordan, Eric,
I'm gonna marry Doug because I think it'd be cool to hang out with.
Oh, thank you, Jordan.
Nothing.
That's true because you can marry him and you don't have to fuck him.
Yeah.
Strictly
Yeah.
platonic.
That's most marriages.
Yeah, I
you
just-
get married and you don't fuck.
We just hang out all the time. I do
Yeah,
that.
super
you're
cool.
married-
I'd kill the Cape Buffalo and then I'd bang that hot.
Ah, that's
is
the best
there
strategy.
is there another answer?
That's
I
the
mean,
best
I
answer.
think
I think
that's
Yeah, we're married.
fumbled that.
We're married. And I
Yeah.
like high five you because I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, banging a hot chick.
yeah.
You,
Congrats.
killed a
your
really
husband
nice
will
Cape
never be
Buffalo.
mad that you're
Yeah.
going hunting.
And I watched you kill a Cape Buffalo.
yeah.
Because you guys are married.
Yeah.
So Ethan said you got to know what the movie is about and where the teeth are. Oh, they must be in her.
Oh no,
Plot twist.
I'm fucking Doug.
I knew there was something wrong with that. It was
Oh, that's funny.
It's too easy, right?
You definitely got married, Doug, too, because he's got good insurance.
Great benefits. Okay, Jake. Thoughts to why the Hunter podcast has a hard on against corn piles in Ohio. They advocate to get it banned in a state where they don't live.
I think they hunt there a lot.
Okay, for the record, I don't know how much they do hate on it, and I don't know if they're actually advocating to get it banned.
They are.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do hate it a lot.
Okay.
But why just Ohio?
It's because they hunt Ohio. They have I think they have leases in there.
Because it's close?
Yeah, yeah.
What's their, from what you know, what's their thing on corn piles?
Reasoning?
They're,
what's wrong with the kern?
I don't know. They say
Because I don't really have an opinion on it except for where I've hunted where there's corn piles and
Mega Giants get killed the first week of
that's
the season.
That's like
Okay.
another. That's
something to talk about here.
pretty good. That's like what they say. I don't know. They just really hate it, and they're always like, "It needs to be banned. It's ruining the deer in Ohio." Things like that.
Okay, let's dissect this a little bit from an ignorant perspective, which is ours. Which I don't know if they say that or not. If they hunt it, then they know a little better.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing we talked about at dinner, and something that doesn't get talked about in the methods of take in Ohio, but it is true. Opening week of Ohio, you see megas hit the dirt. Mm-hmm. Like megas.
Why?
Why? Probably corn piles.
Corn
right?
piles, because they're still on a pattern.
People kill megas opening week in Iowa and Illinois and all that, but I feel like on average, you on the internet, which is take it or leave it, you see way more megas getting killed in Ohio.
In a bait state.
In a bait state. And Kentucky.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Any state that has bait, I would almost put it the first week a lot of giants get killed in any
Yep.
bait state.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's legal. Take if you like it or not, that's besides the fact. Okay, so if you go in and you're a big buck killer in Ohio, first couple of days of season, you go in and smack your giant that you wanted to kill, and you kill him over bait. You never see those guys mention the bait as a tactic.
Yeah. But it'd be, if you think about it, it'd be kind of weird. Like, here's this buck I killed, shot him over a big old pile of corn.
Okay, another example. I get that, right? Those guys do lots of podcasts. The big Ohio buck killers do podcasts. How
Good
often
point.
are they openly admitting? Maybe they do. I don't know, but just open platform conversation here. Are they like, yeah, man, I had the corn out. I had him on a pattern. I had him on trail cam, and I went out the first night. Oh, he didn't show, so I knew he'd be there the next night because he's on corn on a trail cam every night, and then I went in and killed him on corn.
That's a good point.
Do they mention that? I don't know. I don't listen to enough hunting podcasts to know that.
I don't either, but I bet you they don't.
Where's the Patreon community on this? Any vibes?
Ohio guys.
So I just didn't know if does that get brought up. I don't give a fuck if it does, but it's interesting conversation because I'd do it.
Yeah. I feel like you'd have to. If you,
Wouldn't it be hard not to?
Because, like, everyone else around you's doing it. Wouldn't you
It would
have
be
to?
hard not to. You'd almost have
It
to.
would be hard. Yeah, it would be hard not to.
So
You
you
got-
think,
feel like
you-
you're out of
You
the
aren't. The neighbor is.
I feel like you're out of the game.
And that's
if
what
you're
everyone says that openly talks about. They're like, well, if I'm not doing it, the neighbor is, and they're going to be
Yeah.
all over there anyways.
Todd, hot takes?
really no hot takes, I wouldn't say, but it's like when you think about when we sit here and we talk about, who's like the top 5 big buck killers of all time. There's nobody that we're like, well, this guy puts out a really mean corn pile and kills giants over it every
That's
opening
true.
week,
It's
right?
That's true.
Like when we're talking about the really big buck killers, it's because they understand what a whitetail mega giant's going to be doing different phases of the season, right? And
Yeah.
most of them don't kill them early, but some of them do. I'm not going to criticize anybody for doing anything legal, right? And I don't think
Right.
any of us would.
No.
This isn't a criticism of anybody.
No, it's just conversation.
Total conversation. But I just feel like, man, you killed him over corn. Like, I don't know. You're manipulating. I guess food plots are the same thing. You're manipulating the movement of a big deer, but
That's an honest take.
I don't
Okay,
know.
here's what somebody would say to that. I'll play devil's advocate. Well, you're hunting in Illinois. You're hunting over that big cornfield.
Yeah.
Man, you can't pinpoint that deer down to
A pile.
5 square foot area.
Yeah,
Right.
broadcast your corn pile over 200 acres,
Exactly.
and then tell me where you're going to sit to kill them off it.
Right.
I don't. That argument doesn't hold weight to me, but I had to say it because
Yeah.
that's what somebody would say.
I mean, they're still free range, right? Like nobody's making them go to that corn pile. So it's not like if somebody was in there screwing up the deer, they're probably going to blow them off and they're not going to get them killed. But yeah, the whole if I don't do it, the neighbor's going to do it argument probably holds a lot of weight.
Okay, a couple input comments here. DeBoer brothers are on here. What up, boys? Big deer get killed a lot early in Kansas too. We bait, but suck at hunting, so not us, but seems to help the youth hunters. Jake Fries, your take on the opener makes sense. I don't see many mature deer on corn in shooting hours. I put out corn, but try to hit them en route to it, not over it. Interesting. Okay. I don't know. Here's what I'll say, and I'll say this with a bold statement at this current time. I'm not saying my mind won't change or hasn't changed, because I don't even remember what my opinion was on bait piles earlier in our library. I might have fucking had a really strong stance against bait, and
Who knows?
now I don't give a fuck, and I've killed deer over bait now in Kentucky. I think it's fucking rad. If I lived in Ohio and I knew everybody was doing it and it helped me get advantage to kill the biggest deer of my life, I would fucking bait.
Yeah.
Okay, what if no one did it and you could?
Then it would be different, I think.
Then I'm at an advantage.
Because
Then I'm still doing it.
I'm still doing it.
I don't know. I don't know how
More
much it
corn.
would change. It depends on how I was raised.
Okay.
Because I wasn't raised on it. I was raised on like learning natural deer movement and trying to like figure it out.
If Illinois does, you pay $500 and you have a permit to bait and hunt over bait. You have to pay $500. Are you doing it?
That's a really, really fun question, Jordan. Good job.
Per property?
Yep. No, it's just a permit, and you can do it
Wherever.
Just wherever, because you bought your license to bait. That's a fun question, man.
Guess
I really
what?
like that.
I'm paying $500.
I think
I think a lot of people would.
I would.
Tons of people would.
I do think I would, because
Even if you wanted to shoot does, you could just shoot them over bait.
Or if you have a kid that you want to take,
It's not just a
home and you wanna
monster
see
buck.
deer.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this, I think
I would
you
do
know,
it.
who was it? Jake, I think, said something about hunting them coming and going. It's like, how many times have you been in a spot where you expect to see a big deer, and it's an afternoon hunt, and you're sitting there, and it's like, well, camera showed him at 5 minutes before legal shooting light yesterday. Maybe he's going to be 5 minutes after today, and then all of a sudden, you got a big deer coming to a specific spot. He doesn't show up in daylight. You're getting down to get out of there, and you booger that deer up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You may be screwing it up worse than you would have if it wasn't a bait pile.
Yeah.
I think it still takes strategy.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Because like when we hunted Kentucky over that pile with Peanut, it's like we didn't just go in there on any wind. We went in, we were conscious on everything. It was a tactic. We thought about it. It's like you don't just go in blind because there's bait and think a deer's going to ignore all his survival instincts for bait.
Right.
So here's what I do think, at my core and thoughts on people who kill deer and know how to kill deer and know how to hunt and have skills of hunting, I genuinely think people who actually know how to hunt, there's a lot of overlapping other types of hunting. They can go anywhere and in time, maybe not in their first week, but can figure how to kill a deer anywhere or an animal anywhere. It's a good skilled hunter can. And I feel like if you know how to kill deer and you know how to bait and you know how to come in and out to the bait and you know how to do that, you're going to kill deer over it. Yep. If you don't understand the basic principles on how deer operate and smell and use things to their advantage and wind and all this shit, you're just not going to kill the same deer over that bait that somebody who knows all that shit will.
Right.
Good way of putting it.
I feel like that's the basic thing.
Yeah.
So, but them are the same people that go on Facebook and hate on, like, we had a clip of Waddell sitting in here, and there's people on there, I'd like to see that guy go hunt with Dan Infalt so he can really learn how to kill deer. And I responded, I'm like, you think Michael Waddell couldn't go figure out how to kill deer on his own? and he legitimately responded and said no. And I'm like, that dude has been killing deer, more deer than you've killed he's killed more deer in a season than you've killed in your life. And you think he couldn't go somewhere randomly in Indiana, just random state, and figure out how to shoot a deer?
Exactly.
You're fucking-otic. You're a dumbass, and that's just what it is. All right.
Lunatic.
Rachel, how do you say her last name? Bushaki? Bushak?
Bashik.
Bushak. Okay. Rachel Bushak. I don't know the reasoning, but it's hard to keep that bait out when you don't live there. So it's hard to compete with neighbors who always have bait out. So it could be a level the playing field tactic. Interesting. From a non-resident perspective.
Oh, wow.
That's an interesting point. Rachel? Okay.
Rachel?
Rochelle?
Rochelle.
Ray Kale?
Bushaki. Okay.
Sounds like a broad eater.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh shit, it finally worked. John, I don't know what you're referring to. John Matthews, if the community fought for each other half as hard as we fought against each other, we would all be way better off. That's definitely true.
He's right.
Brandon Paula.
Conversation.
Here, let me see if I can zoom this in. Nope, I can't. I miss bait piles here in Wisconsin, but when we did, we rarely got deer on piles. Years ago, it was more coming to or out on the fields. Little man said next to me, says, shout out to Waylon.
Shout out Waylon.
Shout out to Waylon. Off subject, but you guys going to have Johnny Utah again? Yeah, we would. Just scheduling. That's all it is. Timing and scheduling. Brandon, the corn helped bring the turkeys close, though, for fall hunt. Laugh my ass off. Okay, DeBoer. We fed corn fairly regularly for a decade. Only killed one buck in proximity of a feeder, and he showed up, rutted up. He was looking for the does that hang out there. Oh, Waddy over everyone. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm sure it depends where you're at, what state you're in, what the pressure is, what the neighbors are like, all that stuff. So it's the same thing in Illinois, man. I think when you look at Illinois and Iowa, you think of what magical big bucks, what you see on television. But I think when you get down into the reality of hunting Illinois, next to every parcel that's got a guy on it that's hunting deer that are probably not what the quality standard is of the public perception baseline, it's not what you think once you get into the nitty gritty of it.
Right.
You don't just trip and fall and then, oh, booner.
Yeah, falling on a G2. Yeah. Ethan says, from my experience in Georgia, bait was good for good bucks the first couple of days of the season, and then they would quickly wise up. And then Shot Show Media, thank God, wrote, if you guys knew how hard I am staring at you guys staring at me, you'd be weirded out. Okay.
Who is that?
It's Scotty. It's got to be.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's his Instagram.
Okay.
By the way, I love that also. But yeah, back to the hunter guys thing.
Hard.
It's, it's hard to speak on that because I mean, Jordan, you listen to those guys, don't you? I think they do a good job, and I think that they have mastered the video side of things in the hunting world. And they're nice guys. We talked to them, had a good conversation with them at the Iowa Classic, and yeah, they're smart. They're not dumb guys, and I know they're good hunters. Mm-hmm. And man, you guys are tough on them in the WCB group. Fuck, you guys are hard on them, boys. But I don't know. You guys have your own opinions.
Yeah, they're definitely not like us. Like, it's a different type of.
It's a different show, right? But it's needed though. Like they are doing their thing, we do a different thing, and I think that's cool. I think a lot of misconception got played out on some. You guys are so hard on them dudes in the group that I think some people in the group that didn't realize that you guys are the ones commenting. They just see our group name and think it's us. We're not talking shit about them. I will say, I have said in the past, I think sometimes they do entire episodes to get 3 clips. I have said that, but I don't even know if that's true because I don't fucking listen. Dakota, maybe a silly one. But do you believe in reincarnation? If so, what animal would you choose to be and why?
Oh, I already know this.
Yeah, you're going first then, Jordan.
Turkey.
You'd want to be a turkey?
None of you could kill me.
Let's hear your gobble.
You're a Jake.
It's a Jake.
Yeah, he's young.
You gotta start, you gotta start somewhere.
You'd come back as a turkey, one of the most like preyed on animals. Like,
yeah, but I'd be the giant turkey that no one
you'd
kills.
be fucking eating as an egg, you dipshit.
Yeah, by a raccoon.
Some hawk would
No, don't say that.
Yeah, some
I don't even make it out of the egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't make it out of the egg.
A snake would swallow you.
You get one chance. And
You get eaten by a snake.
You're just a young poult.
Okay, what would you guys be?
Oh, I'm going eagle, man. You can fly.
Basic, but
not a lot of shit's gonna kill you because you really can't kill them.
Plus, you're protected.
You're protected
federally.
It's a pretty good choice.
That's not bad.
I like that.
I don't know.
Not a lot of prey out there eating eagles. You know.
Think about the horniest
Other
you've
eagles.
ever been, and then times about like 10, and that's like a turkey during.
Also, you're flying.
That sounds miserable.
You
That's
can
pretty
fly.
sick.
Yeah.
Turkeys can fly.
Not very far. Down from the roost and up to the roost. That's about
You know, fucking runway.
I don't know. I bumped some turkeys, and they flew a long way.
They more like glide.
The wind was in their face.
They get up and then they just coast.
Yeah.
And they sound like a fucking Sasquatch coming out of the tree when it's dark out. It's
What
scary.
would I be? What would you be?
I don't know, like a cheetah.
Oh, you'd be like a fucking mongoose or something.
Nah, I'd be a cheetah.
Why a cheetah?
Fast as fuck. And nobody can
Boy,
hunt,
fast as fuck, boy.
nobody can hunt me, and I'm like the apex predator.
Until Josh Bomar shows up.
Yeah, 100-yard shot.
No, the beast
Broadhead. Oh god! Shoot you in the ass.
So you take a 100-yard Texas hard shot.
While I'm running 70 miles per hour.
Which, by the way, we got to talk about the beast Broadhead by the end of this.
What are you gonna be, Kurt?
What would I be? I think like a tiger or something.
Why?
They're just rad and they're fucking horrifying.
Okay.
You know? And they can hide. They're big. Nothing's except for other tigers is killing a tiger. That or like a
panther,
a lower 48 grizzly bear. That's probably what I'd be. You'd lay around the sun all day. Nothing's gonna bother you.
Unless you attack a hunter.
Unless you attack a hunter,
Yeah.
but you just stay out of the way. You know, that's what I'd be. I'd be a lower 48 grizzly that just attacks mountain bikers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That or like I would just.
It's not bad.
$3.99.
You know what I'd be? I'd be a lower 48 Montana grizzly bear that just waited just off trailheads and just ate everybody that had a coexist bumper sticker on their car.
You'd scat them out.
Changing the world one AI hunter at a
I got
time.
this guy pattern.
Yeah, I would reverse grizzly bear hunting. It would be legal again after me because I would eat everybody that was related in the community of like
You'd bring
not
it
shooting
back.
grizzlies. Are like, this has gotten out of hand. Everybody with a Subaru Outback and a coexist bumper sticker is just getting mauled to death right at every trailhead.
We can't. The hikers can't even go on the trail anymore. We ban them.
You're welcome.
Yeah. If you have a Subaru, you can't hike anymore.
Todd?
I mean, the lower 48 grizzly and the bald eagle are pretty good, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Just to change it up, I'd probably go with maybe like a river otter or something.
They seem at peace.
Well, nobody's after them either.
And they're just sitting there floating all day.
Trappers.
Yeah. Really?
Would you get
Otters?
trapped?
Austin's got
Were they?
a mounted otter trapped in his house.
I'm not a trapper, so I guess I would.
They are peaceful
Hey,
looking though.
Not as
These
many
seem-
trappers out there today as there used to be either.
Hey, just stay away from traps.
Well, and people like them.
That's true. That's a fun one.
If I got reincarnated as a turkey, I would know. Do I get my knowledge from this
No,
life?
you're just a
No.
You're just a fucking
Oh.
born as a turkey.
That's not how it
ding
works.
dong.
I thought I knew, like...
You don't know
I'd
shit.
Yeah, so if you knew that, you'd be pulled up to McDonald's and ordering a fucking double cheese.
I'd be that turkey that always walked on Locust Street.
Oh yeah, that one that was like, like fucking, boom, like pumping up these cars and
Maybe
shit.
he is a reincarnated person.
There's one like that in Welcome Way too. 'Cause
Yeah.
my wife was next to him and she sent me a video and he's just sitting there strutting, like looking at her car, like
The last remaining dinosaurs.
what the hell?
Doug would be a squirrel. Doug would be a putang orangutan.
Doug would be a bird.
Doug's gonna get smoked in the liver.
I would love to be a bird. Any bird.
Smoked in the liver.
Except for a turkey.
I'd be the girthiest horse at a stud ranch.
That's actually not a bad answer.
That's not a bad
Pretty
idea.
good.
It'd be sweet to be a big ass polar bear.
True.
Listen to the Prairie Farm podcast about the grizzly attack. Insane story. I'd be a bird and shit on Doug.
What the hell?
And then Ben Brown just says Jordan cracks
Very
me up.
nice.
Yeah, that was very mean.
Why is everyone shit on you?
Man.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Everyone just always shits on you.
That's a fun question, right? The reincarnation.
Jealousy is a terrible thing.
Oh, we didn't even answer if you guys believe in reincarnation or not.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe in it.
I don't know if I do, but I think the idea of it's really fun. Because you always hear, like, see those stories of those little kids that are, like, talking about being, like, having flashbacks from, like, World War II and shit. Like, reincarnated.
No, I've never.
You ever seen that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kids talk about, like accounts and talk about certain things, and, like,
Or, like,
their
they'll-
parents look it up, and it's, like, shit that happened, and, like, names and
There's
everything.
like a fighter pilot, like an old World War II fighter pilot or something.
We'll find the video. It's like a kid talking about fighter pilot details. There's no way he would know. And they looked it up. It was like a dude that existed and shit.
Freaks you out.
Like he knew how to like run the plane. I don't know if he did know that. I think I made that up.
Probably, though.
He flew the plane.
I think I made that up.
Go with it.
They put him back in.
Jordan would come back as a Kodiak.
No,
As Kodak Black. A Haitian immigrant that raps. A Cambodian immigrant. I need you to go downtown and get me breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant. You ever see that episode of Chappelle Show? He's making
being
fun of
P. Diddy.
Diddy. Yeah. It's like Diddy or Chappelle knew how weird Diddy was years ago.
I think they all did.
Oh, everybody
yeah.
did, yeah. Breast milk, you made my day. Nathan Potts. It's been 5 years since I killed a buck or a deer in general. It's either terrible luck or I'm related to Steve. I love how he made fun of himself with the Steve comment. Keep up the good work. I'll be listening while putting in overtime mounting deer. Being a taxidermist has its perks of holding big racks. I like that, Nathan. I have a feeling you're not killing deer because you're busy mounting deer.
You got to kill deer with a last name like that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Potts. So you got 200 inches running through your veins.
You got it.
Your veins.
He's going to kill one this year.
You got it.
He's got to go hunting to
Is
kill
your
one. So keep
mustache tingling?
Doug Cast?
Yep.
What's he gonna kill?
Nathan Potts.
Well, I have no information about him. So. But his last name's Pot, so it's got to be big.
So 210.
Yeah, 210.
Going up zero information.
Keaton Rhodes. My best property to hunt has become way overgrown and thick. I only have permission to hunt there, so I can't go brush whacking like I want to. What would your strategy be going into this problem? It's 80 acres of timber, saplings, and multi-floor rows.
Find
Wait a
some
minute.
scrapes.
Find a new property.
No, man, they're in there. If
Oh,
it's
yeah.
that thick,
Oh, yeah.
They're-
I wouldn't get too far away from that.
Hunt what sign you can and capitalize on weather and predictive movements.
Corn piles.
Corn piles, trail cams, anything that apparently the Hunter podcast doesn't want you to use. Use that.
Yeah, if you can find like a nice opening somewhere in that thick shit.
You gotta be somewhere in there
Yeah.
making scrapes or doing
Box
something.
scrape right in that a big old opening.
Well, have you talked to the landowner about maybe doing some that's improving his land?
Yeah, like, hey, this property, not good.
Yeah, hey, can I help you out? Can I spray some of this multi-floor rows? Can I bush hog this? Can I make a clearing here? I don't know. That's what I would do.
I mean,
But maybe you can't.
if there's deer in there, they're leaving sign, right? Like,
Yeah.
go find it and
Yep.
Yeah.
work around it.
So I'd say, yeah, that's a tough one without knowing more info. Clint, keep up the good content. You guys rock. Live, love, toaster bath. Why is everybody asking about Johnny Utah? No, that's all it is. Timing, scheduling. We're busy. He's doing his thing. Thanks, Clint, for the kind words. Pat,
LeBlanc.
looking forward to some deer camp episodes. We got them coming. We're rocking them.
Canadian buddy.
Yes. One more question. Clint's back. Here's a throwback for you. What happened to D-Rock? The guy who said Joe Rogan texted him like, is this the real D-Rock? Last I heard, right before COVID, he had some Epstein, Weinstein-ish allegations against him. That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Is this the real D-Rock?
I kind of forgot about that.
Being respectful to the people involved. What I know, because he disappeared, right? Like obviously he vanished, and Todd don't even know this dude. This was this is years ago.
No,
This was like podcasting was going through a surge, and then people were just like coming out of the woodwork to like glue to you, and I have this connection and all this, and he's the guy basically came up with that. But yeah, he got himself in some trouble, similar to that, in relation to some other people that are still in the scene and podcasting. If you know, you would know. He's a great dude, great person. I'm still buddies with him today. One of his friends, and it just, he got himself in some trouble and he vanished. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he might be in prison, but he might not be. But I don't know what he's doing. Whatever he's into, do it, but do it legally. Let's double check the live. Okay. When do we get more WCB Cribs episodes like Austin's, and when do we get to see the new edition? We filmed a WCB Crib tour today.
Yep, today.
The reason why I hadn't done it earlier is because we're always working on something, and it just never felt done. And it's like, oh, we got more deer at the studio or at the old barn. I want to wait to show them.
Yeah, got a food plot Cribs video that'll be out in like the next few days.
Yeah, yeah. So
also, Austin's man cave is like the best man cave.
Yeah,
I really don't want to show my place.
Pretty good.
For that.
we started strong.
Yeah, way too strong.
We might have to do
Ross's.
Yeah, Club 200.
Ross's would be good.
We might have to do another video that goes through all the mounts here at the studio, because we just showed the place.
Well, that could work.
And then we could do like maybe a 3-part. Doug shows his deer at the studio. Eric shows his. We can do that. Neat. Greg Johnson. How many dudes do you know that are straight up killers, but they don't want anyone to know? They prefer to keep quiet. I have 2 buddies that kill multiple giants every year in multiple states. Walls full of deer. Only their closest friends and family know. Always in awe of them. Dudes are geniuses when it comes to whitetails. Nowadays, how many guys do we know that aren't in the scene or out there?
I know, like
I can think of one person.
I can think of 4 or 5.
I can think of one that he's been on the podcast, but he's not like asking to come back. John Foreman.
Yeah.
We're talking about guys that don't even like put pictures on Facebook.
See, I don't know. I can think of
very few. I know maybe 2.
Right.
And they're older guys.
Right. That Facebook was never part of their algorithm.
Right.
And you could even say Ross is kind of in that category.
100%. He's not out there promoting
He's not like, hey, I've killed this many 200.
Yeah, like we have to post.
Dude, if we bring it up, Ross has told me he gets uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He's kind of in that category.
When I told Ross, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to, like, no, I mean, it's whatever. But
yeah.
Yeah. Ross isn't a fan of it.
Like, if we didn't know Ross personally, I bet you he kind of keeps himself and everything.
He'd be one of those.
He'd be one of those.
Yeah, 100% he would. I know a couple guys. I don't know them. They're not like buddies, but like Jason Enders is one.
Mm-hmm.
His dad's one.
Oh, your old man's one. We have a new intern, potential intern in training in here behind the scenes.
Chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders.
That's his name.
That's your name now?
That's what they thought.
He ordered chicken tenders.
The depot.
Yeah,
Who does
he
that?
ordered off the kids menu.
He's just a
I
voice.
did. It was the entree menu.
Listen.
Okay.
I'm just saying, be careful, because you get in front of the camera this early, people might eat you alive. Then you get a nickname you don't want, like chicken tenders.
I think you might be screwed already.
Yeah.
Well, you ever seen? Well, you've never seen it, but I'm gonna throw it out there. The movie Basketball.
No.
Has anyone watching live seen the movie Basketball? He's like,
You gotta watch it.
because you're a little bitch. They just call him little bitch. He goes, you call me a little bitch 3 or 4 more times, I'm out of here. You ever seen that movie Basketball?
It sounds familiar. I don't know.
It's the creators of South Park. They make a game. It's basketball
it's like
and baseball
mixed
rules.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so I haven't seen that movie in years, but it's so good.
I had it on
I have to watch that
VHS.
again.
All right, there's a couple in here. We're going to come back. Okay, yeah, killers that aren't online. Yeah, it's mostly older guys. But that's it, really.
I say like your uncle and cousin, man.
Yeah, and then his buddy.
Yeah, but they post
Yeah.
on Facebook, don't they?
Yeah, I guess, but I thought that's
not
what we were
like-
talking about.
But they're not in the scene.
No, not at all.
But most people aren't in the scene.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, so that's a hard one to think about, really. Like,
Yeah.
but the thing is, it's like, to me, I get not
But how would you know they're straight up killers?
I'm proud of accomplishments, and that's like the only thing I'm like striving to accomplish year to year. That's like to me that's significant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm like I don't want you to see,
right?
Because that's kind of weird too to be that
You
way.
didn't see anything.
Yeah. Like man,
I didn't do anything.
Look away.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean though? Like for us, I guess if I'm don't give a fuck if you don't hunt. I'm like check out this deer because you're like whatever. But I'm like oh man you hunt dude. How'd your season go?
Yeah.
Check out this. You know, like that's part of the fun of it. So to me, it's like if you're not like sharing with another hunter like what you killed. Isn't
Well,
it kind of like
look at that guy that
lonely a little bit?
remember the guy that
you know?
came in here for the rodeo for the parade? He shows those pictures. Remember, he's like, I got a giraffe.
That
I got all
dude's
this
like
stuff.
70 though.
I know, but he's like he's not that far away.
He showed us pictures on a flip phone.
He's over in Andover.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, I got a giraffe too.
yeah. I'm like, God damn it. So
I mean, I wish people felt I wish people felt comfortable showing off their deer because it's like when you take a life of something, it deserves the glory, of what it was.
Instead of hiding
And it's
in your
sad
basement.
think about somebody killing a 200-inch deer.
Think about Mitch Rumpla.
Exactly. But legitimately though, somebody kills this deer that's like really a specimen, right? And nobody knows about it. And this deer's just like in a garage or a barn or somewhere. And it's like people appreciate that stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's guys that like really enjoy seeing like my Facebook feed's full of them right now. Dudes are killing giants right now. And it's like, man, I really like just seeing the uniqueness of every deer.
Yeah.
Because nowadays it's
cool.
hard to kill a giant without anyone knowing.
For sure.
Nowadays, for sure. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know. I mean, there's not that many anymore. But good question, Greg. Appreciate that. Let's go back to live quick. Some of these I want to get back to. Basketball is the best. Basketball, Letterkenny. Okay. We're gonna come back to some of those questions. We got through, so we're gonna work off live ones. This one, do you want to talk about this one, Jordan? Okay. You don't want to talk about that?
You know what to say?
All right.
Is that from the place in Bettendorf?
Maybe, Todd.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, I got a little side rant before we get into the maybe Todd.
I guess we're just gonna skip over that question,
all right,
huh?
buddy.
Sorry about that.
All right, I got a little side rant.
Oh, why are you looking at me?
I want to tell that story so bad. It's okay. Go ahead.
Here's my side rant.
You can tell. I don't know.
So first of all, everybody listening, shout out to all the kids legit compound recommendations. And then I think Eric Meek, I believe. If I got your first name, I didn't remember your last name. He's sending a bow out for the kids, little compound.
Cool.
Just on the house.
Nice.
So it's fucking awesome. And I'm sorry, I don't have my phone's playing the live right now, so I can't pull it up. I wanted to give you a direct shout out. But anyway, everybody sent in cool recommendations. I asked on a couple episodes ago, what would be a good compound bow that gets like the feel of shooting a real compound bow for a 3-year-old to a 5-year-old. And a big recommendation was the Diamond Atomic, which I looked it up. It's like, wow, it's a sweet little bow. Functions like a compound. It's got like a Whisker Biscuit style rest. So I figured I could like look at one of those and use this one that that awesome listener sending me. So I called 2 local bow shops, kind of out of a social experiment today, to see if they had it in stock. I don't know. To take the kids there tomorrow and see if they have it and see what the interest is like, if we could shoot it and what it would be like. I call one bow shop, R&R. What's their full name? Is it R&R Shooting Sports?
Yeah, something like that.
R&R, whatever.
R&R.
I call R&R, which is in that store in Iowa. Trying to help Jordan. And which I just fucked it up.
Yeah.
It's over.
So I call and I go, hey, do you guys have the Diamond Atomic youth bow in stock? And they're like, hey, nope, we don't have that one in stock. We don't. All right, just check it in. Cool, thanks. Great interaction. I call another bow shop a few miles down the road.
Oh, I hate that one.
You know what I'm talking about. But the thing is,
We all know.
I don't hate it because I got my first compound bow there when I was a kid. And I call the shop. It's B&B Shooting Supplies. And is it Bettendorf or Davenport there?
Bettendorf.
I called them. I had to like really think about if the dude who answered the phone was fucking alive. B&B. Hey, do you guys have the Diamond Atomic youth bow in stock? Nope. Oh, all right. I was just checking, seeing, can you guys get it? Oh, all right. And then didn't even say bye. Nothing.
Just
hung up.
click.
And it just, for some reason, the interaction between the two places I felt like it was worth the rant because I want to support local bow shops, but then you wonder why your shop is failing. It's because of shit like that.
Right.
And it just like, it rubbed me the wrong way. And maybe they got one shitty employee, but I'm like, okay, R&R is down the road in Bettendorf and B&B is basically on the same road.
It's on the same road.
Yeah.
It literally is.
Okay. If I got R&R answering the phone, who also is an Elite dealer, so if you're in the Quad City area, in our area, and you want to go buy an Elite, go to fucking R&R and buy your Elite. I called them candid. I called B&B candid. Basically back to back. The fucking exchange was 180 different.
Crazy.
Just from a phone exchange. Where the fuck am I going to go to shop to buy my next archery product based off my phone interaction? I'm going to fucking R&R every time. And it
100%.
just, I don't know what B&B's like. I haven't been there in years, but I'll never go again.
We used to buy guns there all the time.
Dude, it's
As
dying
kids.
on the vine.
I went to B&B
Yeah, it's sad.
this year for
Why'd you go there?
I don't remember why I went there.
If there's any hot ladies working there, Jordan.
He's trying to ignore a different hot lady.
He's bashful.
Nah,
You bashful.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Sorry.
I need a peep tube put on. Can you help me?
They can help you.
You got any whisker biscuits?
Yeah, we got those.
all right.
Where was the story going?
I'm not saying it.
They just went there?
Was it bad?
Yeah,
Okay.
they didn't even tie my peep sight in. They just put it in.
Yeah, they want your eye to be exploded by a
I was
peep
like,
that gets loose.
I said, "Can you tie my peep sight in?" And they took it back there, put it in, and I looked at it, and it's not tied in. They're like, we don't tie our peep sights in."
They just put them in.
I asked you, I want it tight in.
I was like, "All right," and then I got charged like $8 for it.
It's a good
And
thing.
I had the peep sight. They just had to put it in, and they didn't even do it right.
The thing is, like, I hate to seem like I'm throwing shade on a local business, but you just wonder when your business starts failing.
You wonder why.
It just
Step back and take
The
a real
signs
good
are there.
look, right?
it just
signs are
pissed
there.
me off. All right, I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm beating this down too much, but it's like a simple interaction. That should be a really simple thing to be like, we don't, but I can either get it or this is where you could go, or like be at least kind of personable.
Dude,
I
it's
feel-
100% a service industry, right? Like, you got to make your customers happy.
That's right.
It really sucks too because I got to go there tomorrow.
To B&B,
Yeah, I got to buy doe tags.
you have to go
R&R.
there to do it.
The only place that sells the urban hunt tags is B&B.
That's
What
probably
the hell?
Well, look around in there.
what's keeping them open.
Take some pictures of the interior. And just see what's going on.
Check
all
it started live when I go in there. and-
tags.
It's
This is the place
brutal.
Kurt was talking shit about.
Like, sorry, Eric, we're out.
Yeah, they're all sold out.
Yeah, sorry, Eric. No,
We
no
don't have
tags
those
for
in
you.
stock.
Watch you go there and they have the Diamond Atomic.
I'll look for sure.
Yeah,
Do they even sell
It's a
bows
bunch of
anymore?
them.
I don't know. They used to be the Hoyt dealer.
Yeah, when Joey
Matthews,
worked there, yeah, they
PSC.
were great.
Yeah. It's been.
I haven't been in there in probably 8 years.
Wow.
I used to go there all the time just to walk around and hang out. Like, it was like fun, you know?
Yeah, they had a good range and stuff in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was an unnecessary rant on my part, but I don't think it is. Fuck it. Ben, are you guys going to do a WCB dial for the new proof site? Yes, that's in talks. I would assume we will.
Hell yeah.
Customer service is a lost art most of the time. All things being equal, you buy from the cheapest place. That's usually online. That is true, but I could order that Diamond Atomic online, but I don't.
It's the experience though. It's for your kid. You want to take them to a bow shop. You want to see, like, have them pick it out. You want them to have the experience, not it show up on your doorstep and be like, here
What do
you
you
go.
think of this? Do you like this?
Yeah, and then they end up hating it, and then you feel like an asshole.
So I saw online, I believe, I looked for dealers online after those one positive, one negative engagement. Presley's does have them. And Presley's is a really cool store in Bartonville.
Yeah, I haven't been
So-
there. I haven't been there since we bought our elites there.
Yeah, I got our first lead. So I'm thinking about maybe taking the kids to Presley's this weekend.
There you go.
Just to fuck around and see.
That's an awesome store too. It's
they're
giant.
local.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
local.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fuck, from here, it's the same drive to Presley's almost as it is for me to Bettendorf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
to R&R, yeah.
You know? Why don't you guys just put your own bow shop in the studio and become an elite dealer? Great idea, but no thanks, Austin. You as a shop employee have to be the difference. It's very true. Okay, there's a couple ones we missed up here. Let's talk about some stuff.
What are we talking about?
Let's talk broadheads a little bit. Matt Ford, what's your take on the Beast broadheads? We'll say they did fly well and leave a good hole, but the price tag. I know they're expensive for 2.
What is I never
Also,
looked them up. What is the price tag
2
on?
is such a weird number for
It's
broadheads,
odd.
Is it not?
But you do
One shot,
you should
one
probably
kill.
spend your money on the part that's going to kill the animal.
You think?
Well,
Like, you don't want to cheap out on broadheads, get Amazon broadheads.
I have never looked them up.
we're doing it right now. We're pulling up a couple. What the fuck? All right, hold on. I'm trying to find the other Beast broadheads.
56 for 2.
Comes with the Lacey Act. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Okay. I'm pulling up 3 broadheads here.
I thought they were on the Beast website. I was like, what?
What is chisel 2-inch hypodermic?
Chisel tip.
Okay. And what would be the equivalent mechanical? The torch?
Yeah.
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 See, I like the
Raptor trick.
I'm a Raptor trick fan.
Oh, those
I am
things
too.
destroy shit.
Okay, let's talk about the Beast. $59.99 for a 2-pack and a practice tip. 100 grain or 125. 2.3 inch or 2 inch.
Does the price go down if you change the inch cut?
Well, I think it's the grain.
Nope.
No.
Oh, there's 2 options.
Yeah.
So you can go 2 inch or 2.3. Jesus. Listen, I'm not against the Beast broadhead. I think it's fucking a great idea. I think Josh Bomar is doing a genius fucking job at marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you, it's still a 2-blade expandable broadhead. And you got to remember, he's really good at marketing and he's selling a broadhead.
Yeah.
Shooting a Cape Buffalo frontal at 100 yards wouldn't fucking do it. And I bet you there's a little more to that story than what he led on in the
But it's
video.
got a 70-75 aluminum ferrule.
All right, here, I'm going to do a commercial for 3 broadheads in a row. You guys ready?
Shit,
What'd you
here
say?
we go.
What'd you call it? What'd you say, Eric?
I said, well, it's got a 70-75 aluminum ferrule. Whatever the hell that means.
Bone-evading advanced spring technology.
It's durable.
Beast. Features blades that retract and redeploy when encountering bone, preserving sharpness and kinetic energy for unmatched penetration.
Ooh, go to the video of it going through a bone. Right there, yeah.
Oh, bone-avoiding technology,
Ooh.
a.k.a. a spring.
Yeah, went right through it.
It looks like someone just like ran there with the
Yeah, 100%. No one shot that.
Goes right through the
Ran
bone.
it across it.
Fastest opening blades capable of deploying at speeds over 940 mile an hour, ensuring quick and effective impact. Premium materials, German Lutz blades with superior edge retention.
German?
Durable 70.
I don't want that
aluminum
Nazi
ferrule.
shit.
Designed for high performance and accuracy.
I don't want
Innovative blade retention system utilizes a band-free, collar-free design with stainless steel locking components to eliminate noise and ensure reliability. Designed for versatility. Compatible with crossbows and effective with lower poundage bows. Assembled, rigorously tested in the USA.
You need to fucking read commercials, bro.
Assembled and rigorously tested in USA, but not made here, is what that means. No big deal. Whatever.
It's German.
I get it.
They're made in Germany.
I get it. Whatever. Cool. I did watch a test video on the TikToks the other day. A guy did a really good job. He tested it against a Rage.
It wasn't that Rage, but it was.
Do you know what Rage?
It's like I think it was a newer one.
Hold on.
Jordan, pay attention.
Okay.
I want to pull this one up as well since we're on the topic. All right, let's talk Rage for a minute. Black Series Chisel 2-inch 3-pack. Black Series
It looked like that, but not
Cut on
black
contact.
cock is what that says.
Oh, is it? Is it the Tripan? Is that it?
That's it.
Where's the tripan?
Right
The
there on the right.
Right
Top,
now?
all the way to the right.
Oh, sorry.
I think that's the one that he used, maybe.
$49.99 for 3 plus P. 1.7 inch 3-pack. The Rage Black Series Tri-Pan Plus P is a combination of our most popular shock collar models. The age-hardened titanium tough ferrule is matched to... That's hard to read.
Weird font.
Yeah, don't do that, okay?
Don't.
Listen, I think it's probably fucking a great head as well. I will say in the test video I watched, I'd probably pick the Rage over the Beast in the test video, the comparison. But I get it. Like, Josh puts up a fucking convincing story here.
They look cool.
Let's go to the people real quick.
Let's go to the people. Here we go.
Hi, guys. It's made out of the stuff on the space shuttle. All right. We could talk Sever too in a minute. So we talked Beast. So Rage on the Tri-Pan, they got bought out by Faradyne, and they're just really not putting as much effort as Josh is into selling their head on their website. Buy it or don't. The jury's promoted us forever. You know it's good. Buy it. Basically what they're doing, right? Oh, fuck it.
Back to Teeth Girl, huh? Oh, God, yeah. Look at the second picture in. Hold on. Yeah.
That?
Oh, man.
It's a rose with teeth in it.
I regret my decision.
We're all screwed.
Time out.
It's like a teethy blowjob. Slick Trick. No one's ever had one of those?
You already had them pulled up, right?
Yeah, I accidentally clicked out of it.
Oh, you ding dong.
Yeah, my bad. So what would be the comparison? Because I don't really know if it would be. It'd probably be the Torch.
I think it'd be the Torch.
But I'm a Raptor Trick fan. That would
it'd be the Torch.
Yeah,
the Torch would be the comparison. Let's see. Incinerate your target this season with the all-new Slick Trick Torch, offering the best of both worlds. The Torch features an aerodynamic, field point accurate flat pattern and an expandable head that deploys on impact for giant entry and exit hole devastation. See? That sounds good.
Goddamn.
Precision and penetration, while the surgical grade rear deploy and expendable blades provide a devastating 2-inch wound channel. Laser-like flight is accomplished through the stainless steel blade retention system, which remains closed throughout travel, featuring an all-new double-faceted internal deadbolt deployment mechanism. God damn. The Torch's rear deployment blades are locked in place until entry, leaving blood trail evidence and ultimate devastation behind. With no need for rubber bands or O-rings, the Torch is deadly and dependable, foolproof head. Torch them this season with the first ever locking rear deploying expandable from Slick Trick. Convincing. Nice marketing. I like Slick Trick broadheads. That's what I use. I would tell you the Revival fixed blade's a bad motherfucker, but we're not talking fixed blades right now.
No,
and they're also expensive. I think the Revivals are like $100 for a 3-pack.
Well, look them up. You're on the website.
All right, stop yelling.
Well, let me pose the question like this to you guys.
Yeah, they are.
Is there a shot where one of these 3 broadheads kills a deer, but the others don't?
Different shot placement?
No, they're all in the exact same spot on a deer. Do any of these 3 heads kill that deer that the other ones don't? Because we all know the problem with a expandable is you hit the shoulder, right?
Yeah.
None of those 3 heads is going to kill that deer.
No, not
Right.
the shoulder.
The only thing that I like, all right, like when you talk like South African game, big, heavy boned animals, like I shot my kudu and my Gibbons buck the same day and shot them in basically the same spot, and you're shooting them like up the leg, which would be like, oh, everyone that sees it goes, you shot him in the shoulder, which is not the shoulder, and I'm hitting offside, and my broadheads, well, one, it broke off the arrow, one, the broadhead just like basically broke off at the bevel, but it killed it. They both death ran 100 yards, and here's a good example. Jordan was shooting another brand expandable and pocket shot his kudu. And it was kind of drama filled in a way. Like, not drama filled, but what would be the way to explain it? It was a clear difference in effectiveness because of where I was able to place my shot, where we didn't want Jordan to place the same shot.
Yeah.
Because of his expandable versus a fixed blade.
Sure.
And now it's a much bigger animal. It's an animal with a couple 100 pounds on a whitetail. But if you're shooting at a big, heavy bone, giant, mature whitetail, and you're cranking them to watch them die in front of you, like what's your take on it, Jordan? You saw both shots and you lived both shots.
I think I could have shot it in the same spot as you, because the way it blew through it, I just think it was safer to go a little bit back in case I was up too high up and then I hit the shoulder. Because hit the shoulder, done. You're not finding it. But,
right.
So it was like more of a safe play, but I think I could have shot it in the same area. And got
I think you probably could too.
But
well, as long as you avoided the bones,
it was just
right?
it was just safer to do what I did. Because you were shooting fixed blades.
With the broadhead you had.
Yeah. But if I would have hit mine in the same spot you hit yours, I would have passed through it as well.
Yeah.
You know, but it's, but to Todd's point, if you hit a deer behind the shoulder with any head like this that we've all talked about here,
it's fucked.
Maybe not any head ever, but like the heads we've discussed.
Even a liver shot, right? Like, not that anyone's aiming for the liver, but any of those heads going through the liver, that deer's dead.
Yeah, it's all soft.
Yeah.
Rib.
True.
Yeah. And it's funny that's so argued. But then like another expandable here is the dead meat and the mega meat. And those things are just nasty.
Yeah.
Which ones were you shooting in?
Dead meat. It's a smaller cut. Mega meat's a little bigger.
But I'll tell you, it's funny watching a PH react to stuff. Like Stewart's honest take, even though he might have been like kidding, like PHs want to watch shit run to their death.
Yeah.
And Africa's a good test on equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Because nothing just wants to fall
you
over
test
dead.
broadheads go there.
That's so true. Like you want to test broadheads, but it's like Stewart, even your kudu had a giant wound channel and there's blood and lots of blood. And Stewart's first take is throw that fucking thing away.
Yeah.
You know, but whether he was being dramatic for comedic relief or not, I don't know. But it's interesting.
Time will tell. No one knows.
Tell.
Rage is skating by on their name and marketing shares, which John thinks. These dramatic readings of Broadhead descriptions are great. Yeah, but you know that's how every Broadhead commercial is read to you.
Ford
It's like
F-150.
Yeah. Foley box frame. Vantage Point Broadheads. Jordan Jones had them on the Hunt Mason Dixon podcast. American made and lifetime warranty. Looking forward to trying them out. I switched to a fixed blade because I'm bad about sticking close to the shoulder. That's true. If you know you do that, fixed blade's your broadhead. I'll tell you this. If someone's like, hey, man, been working on this new broadhead, I'm instantly like my ears start ringing. And then I just like start blacking out because I don't give a fuck about your broadhead that you've been working on. Because everyone's been working on a broadhead. Is that fucked up to
We're
say?
working on one.
WCB Broadhead, the baddest 4-inch,
5-inch cut.
My grandpa invented it.
Made for
I
smoking
think-
them in the liver.
I think fixed blades are insurance for if you hit too far forward on a deer. Expandables are if you hit too far back. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah. Here's the thing: as long as you're confident and feel good about it.
Hey, whatever you like to use, go ahead and use it.
All right. So, do you know what I mean though? About like every time it's like, yeah, we got this new broadhead.
Oh yeah.
It's like, because really, the Torch, the Rage, the Beast,
They're like all the same.
they're all the same.
Yeah. In theory.
I have the sharpest, fastest deploying 940 mile. It's like,
Yeah.
German-made factories.
is it true? Is all that true?
Broadhead.
I have no idea.
It's a beatdown conversation, but it's worth talking about. I'd say if your bow shoots fixed blades really well and you like them, shoot those. But if you don't like them, then shoot what you like.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking
Just shoot them where you're supposed to shoot them.
smoke them in the liver.
Well, try it. Try your best.
Just try it.
Just try your best. Oh, yeah.
That's all you can do.
Jace, there's this thing in Texas called the Texas Buck Registry. Hunters from across Texas are welcome to register their deer and document their age, class, time of year, and county it was killed in. It's cool. Is this coming out of left field? I might just be saying that. I thought it was going to be broadhead related. Sorry for the novel, just an interesting topic. All right, after the broadheads. I see. Thanks, Jace. Yeah, let's get out the broadhead talk. That's gay. There's this thing in Texas called the Texas Buck Registry. Hunters from across Texas are welcome to register their deer, document the age, class, time of year, and county the deer was killed in. It's cool and you can get a ton of data from it, but also draws a ton of attention to areas that have big deer. What would you guys think if your state's having something similar? Pull up Shackleford County on the Texas Buck Registry to see some giants. They really promote deer management practices. Sorry for the novel. I wouldn't do it in Illinois. Would you, Todd?
No, absolutely not.
It's like we don't need that.
I feel like In Iowa and Illinois, would it really matter?
I think
No
if you're
one's
a
gonna go
state
to
that's
your
not known
county
for big
because-
deer,
I think there's sleeper counties that if everybody that killed a big deer in them registered it,
They're
all of
not
a sudden they're not
sleepers
sleepers
anymore.
anymore. Yeah.
for definitely, yeah, definitely. That's a good. It's a definitely a good take. All right, one other thing I want to talk about.
Maybe take the county out. We'll just
Sure.
Yeah.
see all the nice big deer.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be
County
really cool.
out.
I'd like that.
That's
Take my
Oh,
name
dude,
out.
That
Any
biannual
Facebook post. What
mean-
county? You don't even live here.
Yeah, shut the
What
fuck up.
county is it?
I'm not telling
Everyone
you.
says that.
Where'd
Don't
you
even
shoot
ask
that
what
at?
state? What county? You don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, that's so true. What county? We need to pull up that.
We should just make fake county names up. Missouri County, Illinois.
This probably is the county.
It's
Maybe,
in,
I don't know.
It's in Twizzler.
Twizzler County.
Twizzler County. It's south of Shawnee.
South of Twizzler.
Yeah, Twizzler City. I took my $2 to the Illinois Classic. They put the county where they were shot in. I didn't really like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's what they do.
the thing they do in the classics. But that's like that's fun for people that live there.
Yeah, shut up, Scotty.
We have that
Yeah, Scotty, don't worry. Your
Todd,
deer
have you
weren't
ever,
big enough.
yeah, have you ever thumbed through that biannual stat sheet from Pope and Young? It's super fun. I'll get it out here in a second. But all right, so one other thing we're talking about, there's a rave right now going on I guess it'd be TikTok. I can't. Did you ever pull the guy up? What's his name?
I couldn't find him. I tried to look him up, but
Oh, he's got a deep Southern accent.
I know who you're talking about.
Did they take
They
him
might
out?
know.
Yeah, does the listeners know? All right, so a little bit of background. I don't know all the details for the record. I just am an idiot that's scrolling, and I don't.
Zach Jacoby's in here. He'll know.
I haven't clicked. Yeah, I think Zach would know. But it's like a Southern guy who's got like hot takes, and I think he knows stuff, and I don't know how, but he seems to be pretty knowledgeable on like deer and industry stuff. Like he's kind of got his like tabs on things. But he was talking about a lot of big deer in like certain areas, and his theory, or he's heard about, or he knows about, I don't know exactly. Like basically people who have high fence herds for like raising deer for their genetics or size or whatever it is, whether it's high fence hunting or private selling deer, whatever, high fence no matter what. But they basically just get an accumulation of does and don't know what to do with them, right?
Yeah, Spook Span just said that on that Hunter podcast.
See, I didn't listen.
Maybe that's where he heard it from.
This guy seems like he knows more other than that.
He might. I don't know.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Just being honest and candid about it. He's like, well, a lot of these guys let them go because they have so many does, they just release them. And then they're like in time increases the genetic ability of deer in that wild herd. Native herd.
Yeah.
I think native herd is what you say for, you call when you shoot a high fence deer, you call it native herd.
I mean, if it's true, it makes sense, right?
It's
Well, I
fun to
mean-
think about.
Every deer's getting at least half of its genetics from its mom. You know what I mean? So
Or more. I don't know how it
if
works.
if she was thrown from a what 525 inch buck.
Right.
Yeah.
She's got to
she's
carry
got
that
it in there
genetic
somewhere,
in there
right?
somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, it's like, that's a really interesting thing to think about. And I saw a video in the algorithm, because I'm just on there, and his stuff would pop up, because it's obviously getting engagement and whatever. I just need to like go find his page and follow him because it's interesting. But he's like, all right, the hurricane's going on. You think every fucking deer and there's trees falling on fence, you think them deer aren't going to get out?
Right.
It's inevitable.
Right.
So for sure it happens, but you can't blame the guy that's hunting 5 miles down the road when a 200-inch mega rolls in. He's like, whap.
No,
I'm
for sure
shooting.
not.
I'm shooting.
Oh yeah,
He's got a fucking tag in it here.
Jordan will just take the tag out when he finds it.
He's got a giant hole.
yeah.
It's a hole in the ear, buck.
Oopsie.
So that's a fun thing to think about, you know?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It does make sense, but like, how often is that actually happening?
I bet you more than you think.
Think so?
I
People
think
are
it's-
just buying these does and
I think it's.
Well, no. I think guys, here's the thought is guys have captive deer herds.
They don't want to feed them.
And every time there's offspring or whatever, yeah, they probably don't want
Just
to
let
feed
them
them.
go.
It's maintenance, it's cost, and all that. And they only need so many breeder does, I'm sure. What do? Shoot them all, or do you just? It's easier to just be like,
Y'all can get.
To me, it's kind of rad to think like that. They're like,
Old yellow.
get on now.
Do you think it's? I think it's probably just as rare for a 200-inch that escaped a farm to come in front of you as just a wild 200-inch.
But what
Depends on how many farms are around you.
That's a good point.
But I guess what I'm getting at is the doe that has the genetic to create 220-inch bucks on the regular or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so over time, if let's just be hypothetical, like we have been this entire fucking episode. We take a bunch of does that have the genetic capability to produce offspring that can do that. Okay, and say there's a farm and the guy has released over a 15-year period, he's released 20 of them over 15 years.
I bet you if you did a study, you could see a difference in the deer.
The score would have to increase.
For sure.
Fuck yeah,
It's got to increase, right?
Even if you're not shooting 200 inches, the score would have to go up still.
I would think so.
It would have to.
I think so too.
We need to do a study.
All right, we'll do it.
I mean, you're not gonna have
somebody release some does. Right?
You know, they're not gonna be the potential that they could have been in captivity.
Yeah,
right.
It's definitely different.
But they're gonna have that
very high end deer.
They're gonna have that big deer.
They're not getting just fed
genetics.
straight protein the whole.
Right.
So maybe they wouldn't be anything.
Unless they're in Ohio. And
Well, I don't know, man. They still have to be able to grow it because you can be Doug, and if you start fucking shooting roids, you're gonna be Doug, but it's up to your like genetic of how you look. Like you might be bulked up, but you're not gonna like.
Yeah,
you might not be
swole.
like chiseled like Conor McGregor can get.
It's just better.
I've never done roids, but I think you have to work out while on steroids to see the effects.
Yeah, otherwise you just
I
get
wouldn't
full of
have
water.
to.
Oh, you wouldn't?
I guess the point is, it's like it does still take genetic and like a good lifestyle and like
It's a great thing to think about.
But if he releases 10 a year over a 10-year period,
right,
and they're all just right outside and like the expanse of like a 10-mile radius, it's like, okay, let's do the math. How many 200-inch deer have been shot in this 10-mile radius from this deer farm over
And
the
it's
last
gone up
15 years?
It's gone up tremendously in the last 10 years.
So yeah, there's some freakazoids getting shot out here.
Something's in the water.
Yeah. Anyway, fun thing to think about. There's something else I want to talk about before we got out of here. Oh, Doug, you got a fun point.
No.
Well, how are you scared to bring it up?
Just say it.
It's not that you believe it. It's a thought-provoking comment. Just say it and say it how I would say it.
No, because
Have a
the way you
spine.
say it would be like more. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the guy.
Then say it like you're not hating on him.
Okay. I just noticed that, Seequone has been killing a lot of big deer.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard the rumors that it costs some money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like Spook Spanish.
Okay, what do you mean?
Spook
But-
Spanish, huh?
Spook Spanish, is that Spook Span's cousin?
Yeah,
From the south.
Yeah.
it's his Hispanic cousin. He wears leopard print.
But he does film and go away about it way
Jaguar.
better, I would say.
Jaguar.
And he goes through the video way better. But I mean, at some point, is it going to get too much?
Say it with a little bit of backbone, will you? Doug thinks that Spook Span and Seequone are the same thing.
No, I don't think that. I just
You thought that. You don't think it, you thought it.
Yeah, I thought it was just a random thought.
Let me dissect this bold statement from Doug. First of all, like how bold of you to say it like
Why would you say that?
it's like, first of all, it's like I'm so taken aback that you'd have such a strong stance that
I didn't.
you think Seequone and Spook Span are the same thing. You think
it'd be fun to bring up in
you
conversation?
think Spook Span and Seequone are working together behind the scenes to take all the 200 steer from the public?
From me.
Oh, from you.
Just from you.
No.
It's a conspiracy.
That's
out,
why you
Doug.
thought this.
That's why I
'cause-
can't kill one.
Okay, so I get your point. As I think Spook admitted on that podcast that he's like basically finding
No, he
deer and
for sure
offering
does.
money
I
and
think
to shoot deer.
He said he paid $30,000 for one.
Okay, cool. I mean, I love that he's honest, right?
Yeah, if you can do it, why not?
that eliminates speculation.
If I
Yeah.
could do that, I would.
It depends on what Seequone's doing, but if Seequone is making great entertaining videos, which they are known to do, and they do, if they're offering money or whatever it is to find deer across the country to able to shoot them on video, It is the same thing.
I think
Except he didn't have a hot wife like Spook Span does.
That we know of.
That we know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Tom.
Just give my input.
My 2 cents.
Sounds like
Have you seen Marty when she goes out?
they're into it, man.
They're into it.
They're into something else too. But it's not. It is the same, but I don't want it to be the same.
I don't know if it is the same.
Why?
I think that Seequone gets. They for sure have to get like tips of where these big deer are. They like the Ohio one. He heard it through a prison inmate. It somehow got to him.
Let's see. All right, that's a red flag.
He goes and finds it, and then his buddy has like a development company. So it was like in town. They bought this ground to develop it, him and the other business partner, and he only had October to hunt it.
I remember that in the video. Yep.
So it's not like
they technically paid to kill
but
that
they
deer.
didn't pay. They were gonna buy it. Either way,
Which one?
Oh, either way.
the giant Ohio one.
They just killed?
The one outside
No.
of Columbus.
The one that he
last
just
year.
killed was
With the meth heads hanging out in there.
Great video.
The
The
needles.
one,
Great video.
Yeah.
the one he just killed was a rural buck, wasn't a city deer, and he said he killed it on like these little. He had like 2 tiny chunks of timber, and he just happened to be in there.
When they're-
But I don't think he's going to people that hunt the ground and they know about the deer and they're trying to kill it, and then he's like, "I'll give you all this money to not hunt it."
And I go and
He's
kill it?
going to places that no one hunts, getting permission if he has to pay, just like a lease.
Yeah, yeah. Which
And I don't think he's doing it on the level that Spook's band does.
I agree.
so it's but it's same intention, different
level.
level, different currency, different efforts, different.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Here's the thing. If I
it's
had
the same, but
I would
I don't
do
know.
it.
Here's the thing. If I had fuck you money, I would do it.
I also don't
Yeah.
think they're throwing 30 grand out there. Like
No.
I think they might like.
Well, I don't know if I would do it.
I'm not throwing 30 grand around.
When you think about it, it's like I just want to hunt where I'm at.
Yeah, but
I don't need to
man,
run
those-
around and like the headache. It had to be so cut and dry. I don't want to deal with the.
If you had
people.
if you had the
Did you,
30
Tom?
grand, you could just have a really nice lease for a very long time.
Yeah, and like put
Or
effort-
just buy property if you're that rich.
But I feel like what Spook's doing, it's almost just like he's shopping.
Yeah. See, and I don't think Sequone's doing it that way. I don't think they're shopping. I think they do what they have to do to kill the deer, but not like 30 grand.
I know what you're saying. I get it.
But there's not some guy calling them up and be like, "Hey, there's a giant deer over here."
Yeah,
I bet
we
you-
know.
no, I bet
you
you-
just
Pay me to kill him.
You just
I bet you
come
there
here.
is though.
Yeah, I think there
There for sure is.
There probably
they hear it
is,
from around.
but man, I just don't. Maybe they do, but I don't want to believe it.
Okay, here's some hot takes because we're live on Patreon right now. John, who's from Georgia. Did you guys see the buck that Lee just killed from Seequone? I'm a Georgia boy. I've been around them boys. They have to have something going on. No hate at all. It's just wild.
Touche.
And he also said, also, I got to say, Jesus put them on those deer with a crying, laughing face. I'm not sure that's I don't get that one, John.
Well,
Okay.
if that's all they do. That's all he has to do is go find big deer and kill them.
Right.
Good job.
I'm not hating. I think it's great. I'd do it too.
I'm not hating. I was just making an observation.
I know.
I don't know, Doug. You made a pretty bold statement.
I think you were hating. I don't think Kurt was.
Yeah, you seem pretty
I think you
hating.
hate
I'm not.
I think you hate.
What do you hate?
I'm not hating. I'm just observing because.
Sounds like we need to get
You're
Roy in
saying-
here on the podcast so Doug can
Yeah,
have an
yeah.
interaction with him.
Okay, that'll work.
I want to see you and Roy get Roy's his name, right?
Lee Ellis,
Oh, why was I saying Roy?
because his Instagram name.
Oh,
the role.
that threw me off as well.
I want to see you guys.
Well, then I changed my mind if his name's different. I'm just kidding.
I want to see you guys getting a yelling match on the podcast.
I thought we were talking about a guy named Seequone for a minute.
Seequone. He's down working the border.
Where's
that
that
wrong?
guy?
Can I,
Who's
not
this guy?
make, can I not make that joke?
In
No
the
one laughed?
videos, they do say if they paid to hunt it.
Oh, they do?
Mm-hmm.
I think. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck either way. I think
No.
it's great. Like,
It's not like
Yeah,
they're
I'm
saying that these are all permission, didn't pay anything. Like
public.
I'm not hating a
don't-
guy for going to go after big deer.
No, I get that. I don't know if you guys watch their videos actually. Like they don't.
I don't.
They don't
I'm
just
not gonna lie.
I watched
pretend that they didn't pay if they had to.
Yeah, that the honesty's there. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, transparency, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Just own it.
Same thing going back to the corn pile thing. I don't really care that much, but it's like, it's cool if you are honest. You
Is
know?
it legal?
If it's
You're
legal,
doing it? Who cares?
They had a
Sick,
conspiracy
you know?
going around that Lee would fly in like
Yeah, I
game
saw
farm
a bunch
deer
of comments.
from a helicopter and drop them in to where he hunts in the city
That
and then
explains-
hunts them.
That explains the comments I was going through.
Yeah.
I kept seeing helicopters. I was like,
are
what the hell?
saying that.
They were saying that like I think a year ago or maybe a year
They said it on the
years
new
ago.
one, too.
He would buy them from a game farm
They would fly them in with a helicopter.
and drop them off.
They made merch, I think, with a like
That's pretty
helicopter
sick,
and a
actually.
deer. Yeah.
All right, so here's a fun story.
sick.
So when we first started the podcast, I wish I would have listened, but we were just busy. Mark Land, I met him when I did my whole Muzzy pro staff stuff back in the day, or field staff stuff. Mark Land's from Georgia. Mark Land, back in the day, this would have been when we first started, he goes, hey, I know these boys from Atlanta area that are killing deer in the city. You need to get them on.
Yeah, I remember us going back from hotels, and we were watching
This would have
the
been
videos.
2016,
maybe.
They've done it forever.
15, yeah. So it's like, well, he didn't have a helicopter then.
No, it's like people are fucking crazy.
Here, Leighton from Patreon says, half the enjoyment of hunting is finding your own deer. I think they feel a pressure to kill big deer hitting the ground now that they've developed that image. Another question here. What would be your feeling if you had a 200 show up on your farm and you found out Lee Ellis is hunting the same neighborhood?
I'd feel like I was screwed.
That's funny. Seequone. I live an hour west.
We'd be screwed.
I'd be like, all right, it's his.
Yeah.
You got it.
I live an hour west of Marjorie in Iowa. A lot of dead deer being found in my area, and I'm sure 90% of carcasses aren't reported. Are you guys finding any deer dying from disease?
I have luckily have not yet.
I have not.
Knock on wood, no. Knock on all the wood around.
Eric,
I think it's around, and you're hearing it around. I know Indiana's hit hard, parts of Michigan,
Ohio.
parts of Illinois, parts of Ohio. Iowa, I mean, fuck, it's stretched across.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Watch the first Seequone trailer, Charlie, John says.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. I think they're rad. I think they're cool. For the record, like anything that I was giving Doug shit about, we're kidding.
Yeah.
I would love to have Seequone on the podcast one day. Fuck, I'd like to have a Spook Span on the podcast one day. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to have the Hunting Public on one day. I'd like to have the Born and Raised guys on, even though they're elk guys, not whitetail guys. I guess that's kind of where I'm at. I think it'd be fun to have all those guys on. Okay, what else you guys got on Patreon? I think that's about it. What we had for controversial stuff. Deer hunting's about to get really good. This will probably launch while it's good.
It's here.
I got a doe down in Illinois.
Illinois.
Scotty came and filmed. Jordan, you got a doe down?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take a single picture.
I self-filmed it, though. I did that.
Yeah, what do you got?
Have you even been hunting yet?
By the time this airs, holy fuck.
Okay, we need to do one update on the belt. All right, hold on.
Oh, he's always bringing up the belt since he has the belt.
Wait, just wait till one of you motherfuckers, if you get it.
Yeah, if one of us gets it,
He got
he'll
himself
never
off.
bring it up again.
He
He'll
got
hide it.
himself off.
He'll be like,
You can't touch this shit, boy. Okay,
Damn.
I got this thing with a 130 right now. It's going to be short-lived.
You never know.
Hey, bigger than any deer you killed this year.
Yeah, I know. That's why you got the belt.
So this is for biggest buck out of our crew. I'm trying to hold this all year. But then we have a second belt
Oh, just wait, boy.
coming.
Oh, he's put the glasses on?
About to talk some shit.
Bro.
What the fuck?
So we have another belt.
Keep it
that's
warm
for
for me.
Team WCB, which is like our WCB field staff. And there's, I don't know, 40 people on it, 30 something, high 30s.
I didn't think Kurt could be entered in this one too, but apparently he's going for double champ.
I'm going to the double champ. Double champ does whatever the fuck he
Yeah,
wants.
I didn't know we were entering that one either.
I thought it was just for
Yeah.
the people.
Oh, no, we're in it, dog.
You should steal it from him?
I'm second right now. I'm going to get that belt. I'm hungry. So, but the other belt's like super Mexican looking. It's like,
Is it here?
No, I'll show you a picture of it though.
Did you
I
order
haven't
it?
seen it.
Yeah, it's ordered.
Dude,
haven't
when
seen
you
it?
see it, it sounds like I feel like you just hear Mexican music when you look at
Look
it.
at it up on the screen.
Oh yeah.
But it's got these plates on it. It's got
Gold
the
plates border.
It's
That
got
looks
the,
almost more cooler.
so it's got the bling kit, but it's got
What the hell?
It's got black tarnin.
Yo, I want that one.
The plates are black.
Yeah,
So-
I want that one too.
So that's the point championship. So the points. Let me pull up the.
So what you're saying right now is I got to win both of them.
Yeah, if you want.
yeah, if you want the belt, yeah. so you gotta
Everybody's getting a
do.
belt.
Yeah, you got it.
You gotta win.
So we have 44 people in this competition. So
Who's winning?
Landon.
Oh,
Kill
Landon.
him.
Okay, so here. Team WCB points championship. Bow only, total points wins. Picture to prove your points.
Oh shit!
So
Yeah,
but
you
you're
can't
good. Yours
prove
on
your
video.
points.
Yours
Oh,
on
yeah.
video.
You're done.
Buck
pictures.
170 plus is 2,000 points. Buck 150 to 169 inches is 1,500 points. Buck 125 inch to 149 is 1,000. Adult buck, so not a fawn, is 500 points. Adult doe is 100. A coyote is 100. Fall turkey is 50. Button buck or a fawn is negative 100 points. What? If it's with traditional equipment, it's plus 20 points. If you film it, it's plus 20 points. So Rachel has done this crazy ass
Spreadsheet.
That's impressive.
spreadsheet.
Also, I think if you shoot a 200 inch, you should get 3,000 points.
Maybe we can implement that, but yeah, we still could add it, I guess. But it's neat. So highest score is Landon. He's got 2,020. I'm in second with 1,380. Jordan now has, I think, 1,200, and he's third. Jordan Jones. Average buck score is 146. Total kills on film 5.
Landon really set the bar high.
God, he
did.
did 177 and 5/8
Why?
right off the rip.
Why would he do
Ohio
that to us?
over corn. I don't know if he did, but I'm going to say
Yeah, I
it
mean-
because he's not on this podcast. But anyway, I'm trying to get this second green belt, baby.
Yeah.
Imagine me with both of them.
Hey, see you there.
Wouldn't you try? Because you're gonna.
Yeah, you gotta try.
You're just mad because I'm holding this bitch right now.
It does look cool.
You want to touch it?
Yeah.
You can't.
Can I touch it?
You gotta win it.
You
By
gotta
the next time
Can I look at it?
episode, I could be wearing it.
hit it, Kurt. 1 beer. I said I drank 2 beers.
Yeah, slap it.
Now someone throw him a beer in here.
Where'd the intern go?
Rachel said 44. I'm missing 4 people on my spreadsheet. Might be some of the OGs. They're all in the group. How do I get on this? John, you can't. I don't know. Maybe we do need to add a Georgia
Add a
Team
Patreon-
WCB member.
A
We don't,
Patreon.
I don't think we have any. A Patreon belt would be sick. But how?
Trifecta.
God damn. Do
But
I gotta
how-
win 3 belts this year?
But how do you do the Patreon?
You're not on
belt?
Patreon.
You have to be a better member. You can't be the
VIP.
yeah.
Holy fuck, we could do a Patreon VIP belt, but then like if it's a deer, you have to have your deer officially measured.
Then we're gonna start paying Rachel to fucking keep track of all this shit.
Well, you can score it and send us pictures, and we'll judge from there.
You gotta bring it up to me because I'm a measure, and we'll find out.
Instead of a Mexican belt, you have a Chinese belt.
Ooh.
got a
What
red-
color is that?
Obviously all white, red, and then a big old circle.
But here's
So the belt is just China's.
That's
Here's the cool
Japan.
thing.
That's
Nothing
every
else.
year
I think that's Japan, isn't
you
it?
sign the back every year you won, and then so
Yeah,
the goal
it
is
might
with
be.
this at the end of the season, whoever has the biggest belt out of the crew gets to wear this through show season for bragging rights,
Nice.
and then archery tournaments up for grabs, and it resets every season.
Do you
Gotta
wear
get a
it-
white Sharpie then.
Do you wear it to every
Sign it
show?
back.
Huh?
Do you wear it to every show?
The whole time. You
will
can't
be.
take it off.
I will be. You gotta actually use it to hold the.
I'll
You
sleep.
will be.
I'll sleep in it.
You should have to put your name with the inches, the score of your deer.
It'll be fun in the year.
That's why I said on the
yeah.
back of it, take a silver Sharpie and
Yep.
whoever won it in the year.
Doug,
Exactly.
Doug.
137.
Here's the thing I don't like right now because the life behind this is not as exciting because I killed a buck early season, and I feel like after the next buck gets killed, it's gonna get ramped up really
be-
aggressively.
It'll feel more
100%.
real.
It'll feel way more real.
Doug, when do you think everybody's going to kill their buck this year?
I think you already
I
said
think we
that.
already did
Just
this.
dates.
Yeah, you did that. I have it on my
Did you
phone.
make a prediction for Todd though?
He did a
No.
prediction for me, but I don't remember the date.
Do you have the
It was
record?
later in
Oh,
October.
I don't remember.
Go get it.
Yeah.
I blacked
Never mind.
out.
He already did it.
I
My
blacked
bad.
out.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what day it was?
No, it's all right.
Yeah, let's see what day it is.
We'll just wait and see what happens.
Well, I got.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing: is anyone going to who's going to take the belt from me first if it gets taken? Here's the thing: I think it's going to get taken from me, but I'm going to take it back.
Does it get passed around throughout the season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a feeling. It
So
could
like,
get-
if one
it
of
could
us
get
kills a
take-
bigger buck than Kurt,
Yeah.
we get the belt.
I have a
but then,
feeling it could get
like,
taken and
if
then
he
no
can
one's
take it
going to be
back.
able to catch
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Huh?
I have a feeling like it's going to get taken and then no one's going to be able to compete with.
Who's eligible
took
for the
it?
black one?
Me, Eric, Doug, Ross, and Austin.
Got it.
Jeez.
And then the other one is the whole team WCB.
Got it.
This is just the
Green. And
That-
black.
that's the crew.
Jordan can grab it too if he
There
does
you
a
go.
good job.
But if he wins, he only gets half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little miniature one made for you so it fits your waist. Your little child waist.
I don't even want that stupid belt.
I have one. It's sick.
Hey, listen,
I do want it.
it's pretty sick. Black tarnin.
That's a thing. That should be a thing at least.
Don't look at it too long. It's sick though. It's got hang and bang. It's got Eric's deer. It's got my deer and Doug's deer.
Sheesh.
What about
That's like
mine?
legit. Yeah. So
Wow.
there it is. Ross is gonna kill
There
243.
somewhere.
243. He probably will.
Well, cool. That's it, I think, for the BS session. Good luck to everybody out there hunting. Be safe. Get after it.
Good luck.
Compete
Good
with us for
luck.
the belt. I'm winning right
You
now
got
the 130
whoever's
velvet.
listening. You
When's
got
this-
this.
when is this
You can
gonna
kill a
launch?
big buck.
This I don't know yet. Couple weeks.
So the belt probably
Like
has already
prime
changed
time.
hands.
Oh yeah,
This
it's getting
belt is-
ready.
Everything, go
I-
get it.
I probably already lost this. or I
already
stepped
got it
up,
back.
Or
Or
I
you got it
Ste-
back.
Yeah, or you stepped it up.
I stole it for myself.
Imagine,
Or no one has-
imagine
no one
someone
else
shoots
has
a
killed a
buck
buck
and
yet.
like holds it for 2 days and then it gives it.
It's gonna happen.
That could happen.
That's what would
Very
happen to
easily.
me.
Like I don't even.
I'd
get it.
shoot one
Yeah.
before like Eric, and then I would shoot one in the morning, and then he'd kill one at night, and I wouldn't even get to touch it.
Yeah, you don't need to touch it. Yeah.
Just
You held it in theory.
yeah. We need like a graphic that shows like our faces, our heads, that shows the belt go tink 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 tink.
There you go. Yeah.
Like dance around
like a graph, like a graph, a timeline.
Yeah. Like every day it updates and like people's heads are bouncing around.
Oh, Rachel will be in Illinois by the time this launches, she says. So that's true.
It's awesome.
So
No, you won't.
there's the belt.
Okay,
It's pretty sick, huh?
let's do it.
Okay.
It's a race for the belt, boys.
Keep in mind when I close this podcast out, we're still live on Patreon. So
So don't say anything,
you don't
Jordan.
say anything you don't want. You can't, Jordan.
You gotta tell your story.
No.
You gotta tell your B&B story yet. Okay.
We'll tell it when we quit recording this. You can tell everybody on Patreon live.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on Patreon. Thanks, everyone, for listening in the real world. I hope you have all the success this season.
Good luck. You got this.
And sorry, Lee from Seequone. Doug didn't mean that.
It was just conversation.
You know what to do. Go shoot your bow. We love you. Peace.